Hi, good evening and welcome back to me, Abby. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Abby and I'm an independent representative for Gel Nail Box, otherwise known as GNB, but I trade under Calibo Nails. Now, I wasn't going to come live again this evening because I already did one earlier, but I've just got in from work, or a little while ago actually, and finished removing the polish from my other hand, and it occurred to me that it might be beneficial to do a demonstration on nail and cuticle care whilst I prepare mine ready for another product tomorrow. So if you bear with me, I'm just going to share this in a couple of places. Now, for those of you that are new and you haven't seen me before, please do drop me a hashtag new down below so that I can connect with you afterwards and make some new friends. Those of you that are watching on the replay, which I would imagine most of you are, you can't see the red live box up in the top corner. That means you're on replay, so drop me a hashtag replay so that I can catch up with you guys afterwards as well, because I expect most of you are in bed. For those of you that see me quite regularly, drop me a hey Abby so that I know that you are watching and you have seen this. Let me know where you are as well. I'll be interested to know where people are tuning in from. If you also would like to follow me, if you tap anywhere on the screen, it will bring up another menu and it'll either say follow or following at the bottom. Now, if it says follow, you aren't currently following me, so please do change that to a following if that's what you would like to do. If it does already say following, then it should notify you that whenever I'm going live. This time of the evening is probably the quietest in my house, hence one of the reasons why I do tend to do things this time of night. Now, I have started preparing one of my hands already, but stupidly, I always prepare my left hand because I'm right-handed, whereas it would make more sense for me to do demonstrations on my left hand. But this is the joy of lives, and it also shows that I'm only human. I can't do everything with my left hand, but anyway, so this hand I have already filed and buffed, and I have wiped down with an alcohol wipe. So basically, after you've removed your gel polish, you want to take your buffer again, and very carefully, if you hold it between your thumb and your fingers, you don't want to put any pressure on because you don't want to gouge layers and layers of your nail off. So you just want to very lightly brush over. This will remove any excess gel, any lumps and bumps in your nails. Oh, actually, whilst I'm doing that, I'm just going to get my cuticle softener. This is the reason I wanted to have a hand prepared, because I want to leave this for a minute to work. So I'm just going to brush this cuticle softener over my cuticles. It does what it says on the tin, well, on the bottle anyway. So please bear with me. I can also do samples of the cuticle softener and the cuticle oil. So if you would be interested in those, they are obviously at a cost, but a reduced cost of buying the bigger bottles yourself. Drop me a hashtag sample in the bottom and I can speak to you about that afterwards. So whilst that's working, we're going to work on preparing this hand. So we're just going to very lightly buff over the surface of our nails, just like I say, to remove any of that excess gel polish from removal, any lumps and bumps and imperfections, but you don't want to gouge away layers and layers of your nail, because otherwise you won't be left with any nail. It will just get thinner and thinner. So I'm not putting any pressure on whatsoever. I'm just literally letting the buffer do the work. There's no pressure going into my hand at all. all over the nail to smooth it all out. It will obviously create a fair bit of dust, so it is always useful perhaps to have a piece of paper or something underneath you that you can use. I would normally have done this after I'd removed my polish earlier, but I did go to work with some of the polish left on. Just realised the other thing I don't have ready with me here actually is an orange stick, so we'll have to grab one of those in a moment. I can see one in my box. I would love my own little workspace. I could actually have everything set up to hand. But the joys of being a working mum. My workspace is a desk in the corner of the living room, of which my children can get to everything. But they're pretty good actually. They are pretty good at leaving this lot alone, which I'm very pleased with. Okay, so we're then going to get our nail file. Now, particularly if you have extensions done, you may find that the nail techs are rubbing your nails to and fro, backwards and forwards, rather quickly. Please, please do not do this on your natural nail. You will not only weaken them, but you will risk breaking them. You want to very gently go in one direction. If you can't go in one direction all the way around, I find it does make my teeth cringe. Just work from outwards to middle on both sides. One direction is the best, but next best is from out to middle. And again, you don't need to do it hard. Let the file do the work for you. So you're just going to very gently file until you get rid of any rough edges or get to the shape that you desire. There are lots and lots of shapes. I have shared images on my page and my group before. If you would like to know some of the shapes, drop me a hashtag nail shapes down below and I can sort out getting a copy of that image to you. So very gently, again, not putting any pressure on, let the file do the work for you. One direction if you can, if not from outwards to middle. No backwards and forwards, very hard, because you will just completely damage your nail and weaken it and risk breaking it. Excuse me. Slipped there. And you can always go back to a nail if when you're done you find that you're not happy with how it is, obviously. If they're very long and you want to take a considerable amount off, you may find that you're better using a set of nail clippers. But notice each time I make a stroke, I'm removing the nail file away from my nail. I'm not dragging it back across the nail. If you want to keep them in the best condition you can, it really is important to look after them. So whilst I've been doing this, my cuticle softener has been working on my other hand to soften my cuticles. I have a funny shaped one here. So once we've done that, I'm just going to get an alcohol wipe and just wipe off any of the dust. So that we can see what we're working with. And I shall set the cuticle softener on this hand so that I can get to work whilst I'm doing the other one. You don't obviously need cuticle softener if you've got quite soft cuticles already. I've had my gel polish on for a few days. I have actually been a bit naughty and haven't been using my cuticle oil, which is a really good thing for keeping your cuticles hydrated and nourished, and keeps your nails in great condition because it feeds it lots of healthy vitamins and things. So you should really do it at least once a day, ideally twice. If you excuse me one moment, just want to grab an orange stick. You either can have a cuticle spoon or an orange stick. They normally have two ends. So this end, the pointy end, is obviously used for cleaning under your nails, or it can be used for artwork. You also have the flat sort of spatula type end. It's this end that we want to use. And we're literally going to place that flat edge on our nail bed. And we're just going to very gently push the cuticle away from the nail bed. It is easier if you can rest it on a surface rather than doing it in the air. You're not gouging, you're not picking. You are literally very gently pushing the cuticle away from your nail bed. If you've not done this for quite some time, you may find that you have a considerable amount of cuticle, and you may find little bits that come up like this. They should just very easily wipe away. Okay, so you want to do that over all your nails, just very gently. Like I say, you can do this even without cuticle softener. If you've not done it for a long time, you may find that they're quite tough, so you may benefit. If you obviously don't have cuticle softener, you can perhaps do it after you've had a bath or a shower, when your hands have been in hot water, because that will obviously soften them up as well. So just very gently push them back. Now, I never used to know this, and I did used to terribly pick at my cuticles, to the point that I would actually quite often make my fingers bleed. And obviously, since not doing that, my fingers have been a lot better. I did used to be a nail biter as well, which is why my nails aren't in the best of conditions, because like I said in my live earlier, I did actually, I was out and about and had none of my removal stuff with me. I got rather stressed and I gnawed, because I can't really say bite, I gnawed my way through my power dip nails and yanked it all off with my teeth, which wasn't easy, and it was a really stupid thing to do, because I did damage my nails. Anybody that's had false nails extensions before and have bitten them off will know exactly what I mean, and it is the removal of these things that, if it's done incorrectly, will damage your nails. If it's removed properly and you've prepared properly and applied properly, then you shouldn't have any problems at all. I've got a couple of stubborn little bits of cuticle, but the tip of the orange stick now is rather soft because it's obviously picking up the excess softener, so you can very gently either turn it over or wipe over that edge a little bit more, and it will remove it without damaging it too much. Well, I say too much, without damaging it, because the end is softer. It's not just a hard stick at the moment. So we are just going to do that on all the nails. And then obviously we're going to turn it around and we're going to use the other end. And we're going to clean our nails out. This also helps to remove any excess filings from where you filed your nails. You may find the odd bit has gone stray. So like that one, I have some edges that have come up from underneath. So I'm just going to very gently remove those with my file. And clean again. Another bit there. Okay. And then what I'm going to do again is get another alcohol wipe. You can obviously just go and wash your hands, but I'm sitting here demonstrating, so I'm going to wipe off all the excess of the cuticle softener. And allow that to dry. And then I have my cuticle oil. We do sell them in these funky little roller balls. I actually do like the bottle and the brush, but this one came in the ultraviolet kit and it's purple, so it's awesome. And then literally it is just a little roller ball, and you should apply it at least once a day, especially if you've got the power dip on, because that can actually dry your nails out a lot more, dehydrate them. And the cuticle oil just replenishes the water and the nutrition in your nails and keeps them strong and healthy in fab condition. So after you've applied gel polish, after you've removed gel polish, it should really be put on. And also each day, like I say, at least once a day. Leave that to soak in, or I will sometimes massage it in. And that is a basic nail and cuticle care regime that seems like it takes ages, but that's because I'm talking and demonstrating. Obviously, once you've got used to doing it, you're able to do it quite quickly. So I'm going to repeat this on the other hand, but if I can show you the nails, and that is after removing the gel polish earlier this evening. So they are nice and ready for a new application tomorrow, whatever I decide to put on them. So if you have found any value in this video, I really appreciate you for tuning in. Hopefully you have found some value in it. If you have, it would be ever so grateful if you could please share it with your friends, so they may hopefully find some value in it as well. It also helps me to build my network and to make new friends, because that's what I'm here to do, to get my products out there and make new friends. I won't ever spam message them because I don't believe in that. Also, if you fancy joining us, earning some extra pennies for Christmas to spend on those extra little bits, either for yourself or for others, we have free joining this month. So drop me a message or drop me a hashtag join down below, and I can drop you some information to let you know how you can go about doing that. So like I say, I hope you have found some value in this. I do get very nervous doing it, so please do bear with me as I increase my confidence, and I will catch up with you guys soon. So much love, good night, and I will speak with you later. Take care, bye bye.